Hi, it's Mary at the Paper Turtle. I was sitting in my room doing a little bit of crafting, and I thought that I would turn on the camera because I'm working in your journal. So I figured that you might want to play along with me. It's just, that's all it is I'm just doing a crafting session, doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that in here. And so if you would like to just get out your own crafting stuff and craft along with me for a little while, see what I'm doing in your book, and yeah, we'll just kind of play and chat a little bit, you know, pretend we're across the table from each other. That would be nice, wouldn't it? All right. So what I'm doing right now is I was just kind of flipping through and thinking, well, I'll just throw some pockets in here, some belly bands, and just basic things like that. So this is a piece of wide lace that I happen to have sitting here, and this is what I do. I usually use the things that I have just kind of sitting on my desk. So I had this wide lace sitting here on my desk, and I figured I would put that in here as a pocket. And then I'm just going to kind of flip through and see what strikes me, see what kind of things I think that it needs. You know, I'm trying to make this journal like real chunky and full of a variety of things, and just kind of just play in it. Use stuff that I have found in the thrift stores and the estate sales, things that you see in my haul videos. I'd like to try to use some of that in my journal, in your journal. And what I'd like to do with all the pockets and tuck spots and things that I'm going to put in here is I want to fill it with stuff that you can use. You know, maybe you can either use it in this journal, or you can take it out of this journal and use it in another journal that you're working on. You know, like note paper and stationery and note cards and I don't know, just different things. Well, that's not sticking very well. Just all different things. I wonder if I put some, like, double-sided tape there. Do you think that would work better? Let me try it, because I think the glue and the thing is not sticking on this washi tape very well because it's slick. So let me see. I've got some double-sided tape here. Let's see. I've got different widths. I'm going to try this one. These are supposed to hold really, really well, so we'll see. I don't use this double-sided tape too much. One of those things that I bought back when I did, when I was doing scrapbooking, we'd go on shop hops, and at each of the different stores they would have you do a make and take, and sometimes they would, you know, they would use their products that they're selling in the stores to hopefully get you to purchase them. I need something to hold that back. And so you do these make and takes, and you think, oh, that was really fun. I need to buy all the supplies to do that at home. Which is what they want you to do. That's what they're trying to get you to do when they do those make and takes. So I buy the supplies, including the double-sided tape, and I bring it home, and I never do whatever it was the make and take was. So I have all these, now I have all these supplies, and they just sitting there. But I am finding new uses for them. So I think, you know what, that's going to work really well, I think. It's got a little piece of tape right there. I think that'll work. It feels like that'll hold. We'll see. We'll come back. We'll revisit it, give it a chance to settle in and dry, and then we'll check on it to see. So anyway, that's a pretty little pocket. So what I'm going to do is try to, you know, fill up the pages, and then I'll go back and fill the pockets and things. So let's see what we have. I'm just going to look real quick to see what kind of pockets I already have in here, because I don't want to overdo it with the same type of pockets. So here's a little front pocket and a little side corner pocket there. This little girl's a pocket, so that's a side pocket, kind of a side tuck there. Here's a multi-pocket thingy and a side tuck here. This, I have something I'm going to do. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. Okay. So this is what I do when I'm working on a journal. I just flip through it, and whatever I come to a page and say, oh, I think I need to do such and such a thing there, then that's what I do. So what I'm going to do here, and I think I set a piece of paper aside. Yeah. All right. So I have this thing that I do, and basically I take a piece of 12x12 scrapbook paper, double-sided, and the back side for me has to be a light color because it potentially can be journaled on, or somebody could put pictures on it or whatever, but I like it to be a lighter color so that it can be journaled on if they want to. And then what I do is I take half the paper, or whatever size fits for my page, and I make a big page size pocket. Then I take the other half of the paper and I make a flip that goes in the pocket. You'll see what I mean. So first I need to measure the width of this paper. How wide do I want the pocket? And I'm going to make it, let's do, I'm going to do 6 3/4. And that should work out good for the width of this thing here. So 6 3/4. Where's my cutter? It's packed away. I packed up some stuff. I was taking some scrapbooking stuff to my mother's. Because we get together and we do a little scrapbooking sometimes. But it is like, I was going to go yesterday, but it was pouring rain here and there. And I have a very small car that doesn't do well in standing water. So I decided I wasn't going to take a chance and go down there. It's an 1.5-hour drive away in good traffic, so it would be 2 hours in bad weather. And I couldn't chance it. I didn't want to chance it. Okay, so 6 3/4. First I have to decide which half of the page that I want to use. And I guess I'm leaning towards this half because that's where I put it into the cutter. So yeah, that's what I'll do. Okay, 6 3/4. And how tall? The page is about 9 3/4, but I don't want it to go the full page. I want it to come down, maybe leave about that much at the top. So I'm going to do 9 inches. So if I do 9 inches this way, It's going to cut off right there. So I'd be cutting this off, most of that off. If I do 9 inches this way, it's going to cut off most of the stem of the flower, but leave this. I think I want to leave the flower, so I'm going to go this way. And that's going to leave us this as a scrap that I can make a pocket out of. That would be a really cute pocket. Okay, so that's going to be that. This part, I'm not cutting. This part is going to end up being in a pocket, and it's going to go in like that. But we're gonna work on that in a second. We'll do this part first. I want to make a notch. I just like making notches and things in pockets. I don't go around making notches and things. I like notches on my pockets so that I don't know, so you can easily see that it's a pocket. I don't know. That didn't make any sense. And I'm just going to ink it because the paper is vintage looking, and I just like to add to the vintage look. Now this little project works best, like I said, on double-sided paper, but it doesn't have to be. You want something that's kind of hardy. You don't want like the thinnest, that thin scrapbook paper. You want something more on the cardstock line, but it doesn't have to be real heavy cardstock. You just want it sturdy enough because it's going to be handled. So you just want it to kind of hold up to whatever. And it's really quite a simple project. So now I'm just going to glue the pocket onto the page. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to erase my notes. You won't be able to see them, but I know they're there, so I'm going to erase them. Sometimes when I'm going through the journal, trying to figure out what I'm going to put on there, I'll make notes, little notes in pencil on the page, what I want to put on that page. And then I just erase them afterwards. So I hope you're all working on something as you're watching me, or maybe not. Sometimes when I'm watching videos, I'm just sitting out there on the couch watching the video, playing on my phone. I've told you that before. And I see all these ideas, and then it makes me want to get up and come play in my room. And sometimes I'll come in and I'll just make notes on the idea that I saw, or I'll pull out, like if it's, say it's using a couple of envelopes. Uh-oh, I just lost my pen. I heard it land somewhere. I hope it didn't go down on the floor. I think it did. I'll check it in just a second. Anyway, when I'm watching the video, sometimes I'll come in my room and just make notes, or pull out, say for example, if it's using an envelope, I'll pull out the envelopes and set them on my desk to remind me. Okay, so there's the pocket. See, very pretty, because it's very pretty scrapbook paper, so I don't even have to really embellish it. Although I might put some trim down at the bottom. I think I might do that. But then the part that goes in the pocket is the other half of the scrapbook paper. So when you're choosing your paper, you want to choose something that is going to look good on both sides, if that makes sense. Something that has a design on it that will work with what you're doing. Okay, you get what I'm trying to say. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm just holding this up to the page to see where I want to fold my top. I think I want to fold it right about there. Except I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it this way. Make sure that that's straight. It is. And then this is going to go either, and you can fold this as much or as little as you want. Either you're going to tuck it in all the way like this, which I don't like because now that shows upside down, or you can tuck it in like this, which is what I'm doing. So you have this, which ends up being like a flip up, and you take it out and you can use the whole thing. Now sometimes what I'll do is I'll fold this a little bit further down. I've already made the crease in here, so I don't want to refold it. Yeah, I'm not going to refold it because I already have the crease. But I think if I were to do this page again, I would fold it a little bit further down so that this flap was up a little bit more. But it doesn't matter. It works well this way. But what I am going to do, just to make it a little bit interesting, is I'm going to round the corners. And I'm going to ink it. What you can also do, if you want, is decorate something in here with just, I don't know, a little flower on here. Or maybe I'll do that. I think I will do that. Let me ink it first. I don't want to decorate it too much because, one, I want it to lay flat inside the pocket, and two, I want it to show as journaling space or space to put a picture, whatever somebody wants to put on there. So I don't want to, I don't want to put stuff all over the middle of it. Now, whoever has it, if they want to put stuff all over it, they can. Everybody can decorate it up the way they want. And you can embellish this however you want to do it. If you want to, I don't know, put something on the flap. I don't know. Personally, I don't want mine to be too bulky because, like I said, I think of it as a writing space. So if you're going to have a writing space, you don't want it to be lumpy bumpy. So you can take it out and write on it. I feel like I already did this, but I'm not seeing it very well. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go grab my thing of flowers and maybe butterflies, and I'll be right back. I'm not going far, I'm just going over here. Flowers and butterflies. when I decide to just sit here and just craft like this, I often have to get up and go get something because I don't have, it's not planned. So this is going to go into the pocket this way. So when you pull it out, most likely you're going to open it up like this to see it. Now the paper goes that way. You could open it up like this. Maybe I'll do it this way. No, because if this is in here like this, you might flip it up this way. I'm going to do it this way and just put something here, I think. I don't know. Let me see what I've got. I want something that kind of goes with the feel of, you know, the paper already. I kind of like that, but not really. These are my magazine cutouts, not magazine, book cutouts, things I've cut out of books. I don't know. It looks like I need to do some more cutting. Oh, you know, I just did some the other night. I bet they're sitting right here. See if I have anything in here. Oh, these are bright colors. What about this one? I like that. I like that. I think I like it there, though. That one. All right, I'm going to just go with that one. Okay. And now I have my, what I just cut out, put away. That worked. So what I do is I'll take a book, a flower book, a butterfly book, or whatever book, out to the living room when I'm watching TV at night, and I cut. And I bring with me an envelope. And what I cut out, I just throw in the envelope so I don't lose it. And then at some point, I tell myself I have to put it away into my designated flower envelope. And sometimes it sits on my desk for a while. So here's my butterfly envelope. I'm thinking if I put the flower here, right, and put a butterfly up here. Nope, that clashes. I have a tiny little purple one. Oh, I like that. None of these colors are going together very well, but that's okay. I kind of like it that way. I have this one. No, that's too big. I like the little one. I have a little yellow one. I like that. I think I like that one better. Okay, I'm going with it. Sometimes I give myself too many choices and it takes me too long. And I have to tell myself, no, you need to make a decision and just do it. Don't spend so much time deciding on what you're going to do. Just do it. So I said I was going to use some things from my hauls. I haven't yet. Well, no, I shouldn't say that, because the book that these flowers came out of was from a haul. I don't know when. It's an older one. The book that the butterflies came out of was from a haul. I don't know if the scrapbook paper was. It might have been. So I feel like I'm starting to put a little bit of pressure on myself to get this book done. And I don't like that. I don't think that we should feel pressure, you know, unless it's like for a gift and there's a deadline or something like that. But if we're doing it for fun, we should not put pressure on ourselves. Because when you do that, then it takes the fun out of it. For me, anyway. So I keep telling myself, Mary, there's no rush. There's no rush. I never said that I was going to do the giveaway as soon as I hit 1,000 subscribers. I said I was going to do it when I hit 1,000 subscribers and when the book is done. So that's the way it's going to be. And if I try to rush through it and hurry up and get it done just to give it away, then it's just not going to be as nice, I don't think. You know, and I want it to be a nice book, or at least a fun book. There. Now I know when you lift it up like that, then it's not upside down. That works. Well, and like I said, if I were doing this again, I would fold it a little bit further down on the page just to have more on the inside. But it's not a big deal. It actually, this looks really nice covering the whole thing here. I don't mind that at all. Now, I was thinking of putting a little bit of some kind of trim down at the bottom. Something narrow. Let me see if I have anything right here. How about this? That might work. What else do I have right here? Kind of wanted something with a little bit more color to it, but that might work too. Oh, what's this? Oops, 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 I dropped it. It's all unraveling. I have some pink. All right, let me see which one of these I like better. Okay, so we have, tell me what you think. This one, and it would be up underneath that and hanging down just a little like that, which you can barely see it. It's there, but it's okay. Very vintage looking. I have this one, which, this one's from a haul. I think they all are at some point, because that's the only place I get them. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. Sometimes I get things in Happy Mail. So they're not all from hauls, but most of it is. Let me see if I can get this off of here without cutting the trim. Thank you, thrift store, for being so thorough with your packaging. Oh, come on. This is kind of silly for a little tiny piece of trim that they do this. I mean, I get it. It keeps the store neat, and I don't have to like paw through a bunch of unraveled trim, but You know, probably either the thread or the tape would be fine. We don't need the thread, the tape, and the staple. Okay. This is a more narrow thread or trim, which is also pretty. Now I apologize for the lighting. I hope that it's not like really bad in here. It is raining outside. I'm right by my window. Well, like I always am. But it is raining outside, and so it's kind of dark outside. I don't have the best light. But you know what? I'm going to go turn another light on. That's what I should have done. If not for you guys, for myself, to be able to see better. There, maybe that's a little bit better. I don't know. That's better for me. Hopefully it's better for you. Alright, so we have this one. Or this one, which adds a little bit of color. I'm going with the color. I like this one. What do you think? Yep. You know, I like the vintage look. And I do a lot of the vintage look. You know, even this is considered vintage look, really. But I also really like color. And I like to... My own journals have a lot of color in them because that's just what I prefer, I guess. I mean, I shouldn't even say that I prefer it. Because I do like the vintage. I guess I like vintage with color. Let's put it that way. I don't know if that's a thing. I'm making it a thing. Vintage with color. I like this on here because it kind of hides the bottom of the page. Just like to sop up the extra glue. Don't like the glue showing. I think that's really pretty on there. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so we got that page done. All right, what else we got? Let's use this as a pocket somewhere. I guess it goes this way. Where do we need a pocket? Let's see. There's an empty page, but this isn't going to go there. I don't like that there. Take that. Put that there. Doesn't really go with the washi tape that I have on there. Doesn't matter. I shouldn't even like think about that or worry about that. I don't know. Somehow it's like too busy with the music paper, I think. Don't know. What do you think? Look at this. When I went to the bar. That's kind of funny. I think it's funny. Since when I went to the bar as a very young man. And he talks about going to court. Going to court, I will read my brief through. I'll never throw dust in a juryman's eyes. That's funny. I'm not sure what that song is about, but it sounds like he got himself into a little bit of trouble. I like that there. Kind of. I don't know. Let's see what else we got. We got a whole big book here we can work in. No. Has to be one of the longer pages. Too busy. Which could go there. Do we like it there? I don't know. What about there? Does it go all right with this? I think so. Yeah? I don't know. How about there? That's too bright. I like that. I know there's going to be the perfect page. When I see it, I'm going to say, this is it. I don't know why I worry about it so much. I need to just stick it somewhere. Oh, what about the ledger, the green ledger paper? How about that? We're going with it. That's where we're putting it. Now, I'm just going through right now and just putting in the pockets and things. I can come back and decorate them a little bit more if I want to. If I, you know, if I end up, maybe I'll make some clusters or something and then go through and put the clusters on some of these pockets. Or, I don't know. When I put whatever I'm going to put in the pocket in, maybe I'll add something to it then. So I used up that whole piece of scrapbook paper, and I don't have not even a little scrap of it left over, so that's good. I didn't find my pin. Oh gosh, I'm looking on the floor. Hold on, because I don't want to step on it. I see it. I see it. I see it. It is stuck, pinned down in the carpet, so that's it. Landed well. Oh, it bent. How did it bend? I wonder if I rolled over it with my chair. Look at that. Oh, that's not good unless I can bend it back. Oh, that's not bad. That should work. Okay. We're all good. Except that the glue dried in the tip now. I need to get some more of this. I think running, it's not really running low, but I read that it comes out of Utah, I think. Did it say? Arizona. Maybe it ships out of Utah. And that they don't ship it in the winter? Because it freezes? I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. It's coming out of Arizona. They shouldn't worry too much about freezing, especially if it's going to Florida. But I don't know. I just read that somewhere. One of the message boards or something. I feel like there's some of the paper glue. You know, the glue that holds it into the paper pad on here. I don't know if this came out of a paper pad. So I do this a lot in my journals, is just making very simple pockets. Very, very simple. Or I'll get creative and do like the multiple pockets, like I've shown you. Either way works. There. That works on that page. I like it. Okay. What else can I do in here? I was thinking of going through and putting a little bit more trim on the edges of some of the pages, because let me see what we have. We don't have much on the edges. The only one sticking out is that one. All right, that's what maybe I'll do, I have a little, just a little bit of trim here sitting on my desk. And so I think I'll just kind of flip through and see what needs trim. This could use like a page tab. How about a fabric page tab? That's another pretty easy thing to put on. And I've got some that's pretty. That's the same fabric I used over here. Let's see if I have a different one. I mean, I could use the same fabric. It's okay. Just looking to see what else I might have. This one I just got recently. It's more vintage looking. I want to go with more bright, I think. I'm digging. You guys can't see me digging. Here. This is just one bag of fabric scraps that I happen to have next to me here. I have more in the other room, so if I ever feel like I'm tired of looking at these or something, then I can switch it out. How about that? I don't know if I have the right size because I have to fold it over. Yeah, I don't like how that would work out. So anyway, if I get tired of looking at these particular scraps, then I can always go in the other room and get a different bag of scraps. See, now if I do this, I could cut it like that. Okay, I'm going to use that one. I think I want this, like this here, to show. So what I'm going to do is just trim it. Like this. So that I have like a folded rectangle. I don't know why you would need a page tab right there, but I'm putting one there anyway. Get out my trusty old stapler. I got this stapler at an estate sale and I love it. It's so heavy duty. Oh my goodness. Am I getting that in there? That did not staple well. All right, I have to shift it around so I can see it better. And I think I'm going to put a board under it. Not board, but give it a hard surface underneath here. That's better. Yep. Okay. Sometimes when you're working in a on top of your book and it's all bulky like this, if you have a hard time with that, just take a piece of, this is just a piece of hard cardboard. I also use it to stick under there if I'm writing in my journal and it's bulky. That adds a little bit to this page, right? I think so. And it kind of gives a little start to this page. But this needs something. How about a corner tuck here with something pretty. Well, you know what I have? What about this? Is this too much bright and pretty right here? No, it's never too much. This is an envelope that I just got in Happy Mail. It came with a card, but I always separate the cards from the envelopes because I rarely use them together. Oh, I'm doing it. I'm just putting it in there. I'm going to do it as a pocket. Very simple. This is, you know, if you don't want to even craft pockets, take an envelope, glue it on 3 sides and put it in there and you have a double pocket. So easy to do. And I'm putting it over here just to kind of give the outer edge of this paper some stability. There. I like it. I like it. I like it. And it goes pretty well with that. Okay. Let's see what else we can do. Oh, we were going to put trim on some pages. Oh. This is what happens. I start looking and then I don't get to the trim. All right, let's see. That's a top tuck. What about some trim right here? What do I have? This is just a basket where I have some trim thrown in that I have to not throw away. Oh my God, I don't throw trim away. That I have to put away. God. Oh, I can't believe I just said that. No, I don't throw it away. I have to put it away. And so I throw it in this basket, and then at some point I will take the whole basket into the other room where I store my trim and put it away. But for now, I'm going to use this, I think, along this side because it goes with this. I like it. And what I probably am going to have to do midway through this book is take that basket of trim into the other room and switch it out with other trim so that I don't have, so that I get a variety of trim in here. Because that's what we want, right? We want a variety. We want different colors. We don't want to be boring. Now, I'm not going to decorate every single page in here because I want the recipient to have room to do their own if they want to. So, I'm going to try to refrain from doing too much. It's hard because I get going on these journals and that's what I want to do, is just decorate them up. and put stuff and stuff and stuff and more stuff. Now, when you have some ruffled trim like this, you may think, oh, I don't want to use that. It's too ruffled. It won't lay flat on my page. It'll lay flat on your page. And if you don't like the way that it lays on your page, you can take out the string along the top here that ruffles it. Just pull that string out, and then you'll have flat lace. Now, I don't mind the ruffle on the page. I kind of like it. I think it just adds a little something to the page. Now, as you could see, I used the clear, this is clear gel tacky glue. I think it's the same as like Fabri-Tac and Fabrifix and all them. They might be a little bit stronger, but it's basically the same thing. And when I put this down, I use this on the trim a lot because it holds it better than the white glues. I have this that I use for a lot of things, and then of course the art glitter glue. And I think that this holds the trim better than either of those two glues do. Especially if it's an older trim, or if it has some texture to it. The art glitter glue and the Aliens will hold like flat, smooth trim, okay, and fabric, but a lot of times it just does not hold the older trims. All right, well, that looks a little funny on the back side, but that's okay. That's all right. We don't care if it looks funny. I think that'll hold. You just have to let that dry. It helps to push down on it with a paper towel or napkin. I use the parts of napkins when I pull napkins apart. And so it helps to kind of push down on it to help it grasp. And then we have to let it dry. And once it's dry, then I'll snip off the excess on the ends. Speaking of napkin, maybe we should put some napkin on one of these pages. Are we still way in the beginning of the book? Yes, we are. I gotta move to the middle or the end of the book or something. I think this could use a little something. All right, let me see what I have for a napkin. Just for fun. Oh, gosh. Bear with me. I'm coming. I'll just pull this bag out. I have so many napkins. I have one of those big cloth bins, you know, that fit in the IKEA things. I have one of those full of napkins. This is just one little bag of them that I just pulled out. And I really like them. They're fun. Oh, what's this one? That's pretty. What can we do with that? Let's see. I don't want to do the whole page or anything. I just want to do like the corner here. I don't know. It's kind of too big. This one. I'm gonna do this. All right, this is what I'm going to do. we're going to put this on the page, just on the corner of it. And what we're going to do, if you haven't done this before, I use a water brush to mark where I want to tear the napkin. Or you can just tear it with your fingers, either way. And I think that I want it about here and across the bottom, just to get the tear look. If you wet the line of where you want to tear your napkin, then it just tears along that wet line real easily. Really easy. This is a really pretty napkin. I think it's something I recently got in some Happy Mail. So if you sent it to me, thank you. And I just want to give it the bottom edge. Now when you glue a napkin, you can either use Mod Podge, which is more time consuming and messy, or you can do like I do often and just use a glue stick. I'm going to just glue that right onto that page, just like that. Oh, you can't see it. I'm sorry. So if you use a glue stick, it's basically you're just gluing the napkin down. It's real easy, and it gives it like a super nice texture. All right, I just want to see how far up and how far over. Here, about here. So you want to just make sure that you cover the surface where the napkin's going to be with your glue stick. You don't have wiggle room, so be very careful when you lay it down that you have it exactly where you want it. Because once it's down, it is down. And then you smooth it out. And then you have to go around the edges to make sure that you have all your edges. And this is really, it's just giving the page, yuck, a little glue icky. It's just giving your page a little bit of color and a little bit of texture. And you can write on it if you want. You know, if you wanted to journal on top of the napkin, you can do that. Because, you know, it's a nice papery surface. So you just want to make sure that it's all glued down is all. Oh. Pretty. There. Now, if I wanted to, paper's getting sticky. I could put a little pocket down here on the bottom. Do I want to? Maybe I want to. Oh, I have these book pages. No, there's nothing, not going in the direction that I want to go in. What can I use? Let me see if I have this whole part of my desk over here is full of scrap paper. And it's just paper from projects that I've been doing lately. and I've just let it pile up here. So there may be something in here that I can use, although it's looking like the scraps are getting small, almost like too small for me to use too much of. So all I want is just a small pocket, just a little strip. I don't even know if I want that much, because I don't really want to cover that up. Maybe I don't want to put a pocket on there. Maybe I want to put some more trim on there. It's kind of pretty. And the trim underneath it shows through below it. I like that. I think I'm going to put that on there. And see what I mean now? I've used, just today, I've used this trim twice in this book. And so I don't want to overuse the same trim throughout the book. So I might have to switch out my trims just to get a variety. Usually it takes me, I don't know, 3 or 4 months to work steadily on a journal to get it done. So the slow progress on this journal is very normal for me, except that I don't have a deadline on this. So it's taking me a lot longer. And if you're anxious for the giveaway, I'm sorry it's taking me so long. But it's okay. Anticipation. It's a good thing sometimes. I think that looks really pretty. And I like it with the trim showing underneath it too. What do you think? And this, even the napkin colors actually go with the trim that's on, the same page, this page. So that complements that really well. I like it. I like that a lot. Okay, what time was it? Oh, it's been just about an hour. So I think that I'm going to wrap up the video because I don't want it to get too long. And I think I might have a problem with my editing system when the videos are too long. So I can't do too much. But I'm going to continue to sit here and work in this book, just like you've seen me doing. And I'll do some other pages and put some other things in here. And, yeah, it's getting there. Let's see. It's thickening up a little bit. It's going to be very ruffly and trimmy on the edge. I like that. So what did we do today? What did we do today? I don't know. What did we do today? Oh, we made the page flip thing. You know what? I might have to. Do you think I need to put a paper clip in there? I think I might need to, because it seems a little loose. Normally, in a smaller journal, this might fit in here a little bit tighter, and it wouldn't be so, I don't know, loose. Good word, Mary. All right, these are my paper clips that I made using the stuff from the Sari Silks that from a rug that I bought a couple of years ago. I have not jumped on the recent bandwagon because I already have a huge bag full from when I did it before. I think I'm just going to put that there just to kind of hold and look at. Perfect. Just to kind of hold that in a little bit as you flip through the journal. All right, so we did that. We did a little, what's this? Tab. A fabric tab right there. We glued in a little envelope pocket. We added some trim to this page. We made this lace pocket. What else? What else? What else? Napkin and trim. I like that. I really, really like how that came out. What else did we do today? Anything? I think that might be all we did today. I'm not sure, but I think so. I feel like there's something back here. Was there something back here? I don't know. If there was, I don't know what it was. Oh, the pocket. Yep. Okay, so it's coming along. Thank you so much for joining me as I worked in this book. Like I said, I'm going to just continue to work in it, and you continue doing what you're doing, and we will see you next time. And thank you so much for subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit the notification bell so you know when I upload these videos, and leave me a comment. I'll see you later. Bye.